Hello everyone, and welcome. Have you ever felt like you understand English when you read, but when you listen, everything feels too fast and unclear? You're not alone. In this episode, you're not going to study English. You're simply going to listen. No pressure, no stress, just calm, natural listening, because the real secret to understanding English, it's not memorizing words, it's training your ears to feel the language. So sit back, relax, and just listen.
Hello and welcome. Take a moment. Sit comfortably. And just listen. This is not a test. There is nothing you need to do. Just listen. And let the language come to you naturally. Today, we are going to improve your English listening. In a calm and simple way, you don't need to understand every word. You don't need to translate. Just listen. And allow your brain to relax, because real learning happens. When you are calm, there was a time when learning English felt difficult. Many learners try to study hard. They open books. They memorize words. They repeat grammar rules again and again, but still, they feel stuck. Maybe you feel the same. You understand some words. But when people speak fast, everything becomes unclear. It feels like the sounds are connected, like one long word. And you start to think, maybe English is too hard for me. But here is the truth. The problem is not you. The problem is the method. Most people try to learn English by force. They try to control every word. They try to understand everything instantly. But language does not work like that. Think about how you learned your first language. You didn't study grammar. You didn't memorize dictionaries. You listened again, and again, and again, slowly. Your brain started to understand patterns. Sounds became words. Words became meaning, and one day, you just understood. This is exactly what we are doing here. You are training your brain through listening. No pressure, no stress. Just natural learning. Let's imagine something simple. You are sitting in a quiet place. Maybe in your room. Maybe near a window. Outside. The world is moving. Cars are passing. People are walking. Someone is talking in the distance. And you are here. Listening to English.com. Focused. Present, this is the perfect state for learning. Now, listen carefully to this idea. Your brain is always learning, even when you feel like you are not learning. Yes. Even now, every sound you hear, it's creating connections inside your mind, even if you don't understand everything. Your brain is working. This is called natural absorption, and it is powerful. Many learners quit too early. They listen for a few days, then stop, because they think, I don't understand enough, but understanding comes later. First, your brain needs to get familiar with the sounds like music. When you hear a new song for the first time, it feels strange. But after listening many times, it becomes familiar. You start to recognize the rhythm. The melody, the emotion, language works the same way. Now, let's continue with a simple story. Listen. And imagine there was a young man who wanted to learn English every day. He studied grammar for hours. He wrote long lists of words. He tried to remember everything. But when he met someone, he could not speak. When he listened to English, he felt lost. One day, he decided to change his method. Instead of studying hard, he started listening. Every day, just listening while walking. While resting. Before sleeping at first. He understood very little, but he continued, day after day. Something changed. The sounds became clearer. Words started to separate. Sentences began to make sense. And one day, he realized something surprising. He was understanding English. Without translating, it just came naturally. This can be your story. 2. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Listen every day. Even 10 minutes is enough to improve now. Let's slow down a little. Focus on the sound of the words, not the meaning. Just the sound. English has rhythm. It has music. Some words are strong. Some are soft. Some are fast. Some are slow. When you listen, you start to feel this rhythm, and this is the key to understanding. Let me say something important. You don't learn English by thinking about English. You learn English by hearing English again and again. Now imagine this. Your brain is like a garden. Every time you listen, you plant a seed at first. You see nothing, but under the surface, something is growing, slowly, quietly, and one day, it appears understanding, confidence, fluency. So don't worry if you don't understand everything. Now, you are still learning. You are improving, asterisk. Many learners ask a common question. How long does it take to become fluent? And the answer is simple. It depends on how you learn, not how hard you study, but how often you listen. Imagine two people. The first person studies English 1 time a week. For many hours, the second person listens to English every day. Even for a short time, who will improve faster? The answer is clear. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Your brain loves repetition. When you hear the same patterns again and again, they become familiar, and when something feels familiar, it becomes easy. Let's explore another idea. Sometimes, you feel like you understand English when reading, but when listening, it feels different. Why? Because listening is real time. You don't have time to stop. You don't have time to think too much. You just hear and understand. This is a skill. And like any skill, it grows with practice. So what should you do? Listen. Every day, even if you don't understand, even if it feels slow, even if you feel bored. Sometimes because something is happening inside your brain. Let me tell you something important. Boredom is part of learning. When something becomes familiar, your brain feels bored, but this is a good sign. It means your brain is recognizing patterns. It means you are improving now. Let's continue with another simple story. A woman wanted to improve her English. Listening, she tried many methods. She watched videos with subtitles. She read books. She studied vocabulary, but still, she struggled to understand spoken English. One day, she changed her approach. She started listening. Without subtitles, at first, it felt uncomfortable. She understood only a few words, but she kept listening. Every day, same voice, same style, same rhythm, slowly. Her ears adapted. She began to hear words more clearly. She stopped translating in her mind, and something new happened. She started thinking. In English, this is a powerful moment when you stop translating and start understanding directly. Now ask yourself, do you translate everything in your mind? If yes, that's okay. It's normal. But we want to move beyond that, and listening is the bridge. Let's take a small mental exercise. Don't think too much. Just listen to this sentence. I am walking in a quiet place. Did you translate it? Or did you imagine it? If you imagined it, that's good. This is how real understanding works. Images, not translation. Now listen again. She is sitting near the window, watching the rain. Can you see it in your mind? A person, a window. Rain. Dus is natural understanding. The more you listen, the more your brain creates these images automatically. And this is how fluency begins. Now, relax again. Take a comfortable breath. Let's continue. Sometimes, you feel tired when listening. This is normal. Your brain is working hard. It is building new connections. So if you feel tired, just rest, then come back later. Learning does not need to be painful. It should feel natural now. Imagine this. You are listening to English every day for a few weeks at first. Everything feels difficult. Then slowly, something changes. You start recognizing common words, then common phrases, then full sentences, and one day, you understand a full conversation. Without effort, this is not magic. This is training. Let's go. Deeper.English has connected speech. Words are not always clear. One by one, they connect. For example, do you want to often becomes? Do you want to going to? Becomes. Gonna, if you only study textbook English. Listening will feel difficult. But when you listen often, your brain learns these natural sounds, and suddenly, fast English becomes slow. Now, let's return to calm listening. Focus on my voice, not the meaning, just the flow. Learning language is like learning to swim at first. You feel uncomfortable. You try to control everything. But the more you relax, the easier it becomes, so don't fight the language, flow with it now. Another short story. A student once asked his teacher, "Why can I understand you, but not other people?" The teacher smiled and said, "Because your ears are trained to my voice. It is important at the beginning. It is good to listen to one voice, one style, one rhythm. This is what you are doing now. You are training your ears later. You can explore different voices, different accents, different speeds. But first, build your foundation now. Listen to this idea. Small steps create big results. You don't need to learn everything today. Just improve a little. Every day, even if you don't notice it. Even if it feels slow, you are growing now. Let's slow everything down again. Just listen. You are improving. Right now, your brain is learning. Right now, everything is working. Naturally, stay calm. Stay consistent. Keep listening. We will continue. With more depth, more stories, and more natural listening practice. And now. We are coming to the end, but this is not really the end. It is just the beginning of a new habit, a better way to learn. Take a moment and notice how you feel. Maybe calmer, maybe more focused, maybe more connected to the language. This is important because learning English is not only about words, it is about feeling comfortable with the language. Remember this simple truth. You don't need to understand everything. To improve, you just need to keep listening. Every time you listen, you are training your brain every time you come back. You are getting stronger even if you don't see it immediately. Trust the process. Progress is happening. Quietly make listening a part of your daily life while you walk, while you rest, before you sleep. English become a natural sound around you, not something difficult, not something heavy, but something easy and familiar. And one day, you will notice something beautiful. You are listening and understanding. Without effort, you are thinking. In English, naturally, you are speaking. With confidence, that day will come. Step by step, sound by sound. So keep going.